What's up, YouTube? Jeep and Bubba here. It's been a long, hot July, and we are in August. And as promised, coming in to August, we're going to start it where the first of every month, we're going to announce every event we're going to in August that we know of. And if it's not known to us, make sure that you check out the Black Bear Off-Road Trail Team on Facebook. We'll have all the events posted in the events tab. You can find them there. And there are a lot of big events this month, and we want you to be aware of it. I'm at the shop, and it's 7:41, so cheers. Made a lot of progress on the Comanche today, and I'll tell you more about that after I tell you about the events. Okay, so first event of August, Lifts and Loggers 2nd anniversary. If you are in the Cartersville area or you just want to make a little drive, go over there. Check out Hill's event, Lifts and Loggers. That's at Drown Valley Brewing in Cartersville. Awesome event. If the Comanche is ready and there's not a lot of prep left to it, I'm going to go. I'm not going to bring the Comanche, but I'll bring Blue Jeep up there and we'll go. I'd love to go up there and see everybody. So we'll see. Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion. It's around the corner. It's 19 days away. I have a lot of work to do the Comanche before then, but hope to see you there. I leave for Great Smoky Mountain on Wednesday morning, the 20th, but the event starts on the 21st. That's Thursday. If you do get there early, there's always a kickoff party at the Hard Rock, and we're usually there. 21st through the 23rd, we will have 5 Black Bear Off-Road builds on display. I'm going to have Andy from Can Cuts Jeep in the Can Cut booth. I'm going to have the Comanche in the Can Cut booth with the wrap, new fender flares, and new wheels. And we've done a lot of work, and it looks the worst it's ever looked at this exact moment. I can see it out in the shop right now. We have sanded almost all the paint off of it. We've cut big gaping holes to fit the new fender flares. We're welding on them. I'm being here Sunday welding and filling holes, and it looks bad, but we're like this close to it looking amazing. So I'm excited. Then we're going to have Blue Jeep and the Empower lighting booth, as well as Avery's, our a shop foreman here at the shop. His white JL will be in the Empower booth. We'll have both of those set up, bunch of lights going so you can see what we rock on there. And then our buddy Nate's Jeep, we did a write-up on that, posted on LinkedIn and Facebook, stuff like that. And it'll be in the Fox booth. He works for Fox, so nice advantage there. We're actually doing a motor swap and an 8-speed transmission swap in his JK. Just a 3.6 motor swap with low miles. His is consuming a lot of oil and it's kind of beaten up. So we're going to put a new 3.6 in there, and we're going to put an 8-speed from a Ram in there. And we're doing that starting on Tuesday of next week. And it'll be running and driving at Great Smoky Mountain. So go check it out. We've done a lot of work on that Jeep. So that's the 5 we'll have. We'll be there all weekend. Expect to find me filming, running around, hanging out in the Can Cut booth, hanging out in the Empower booth, hanging out in the Fox booth, and running around getting video and talking to vendors as well. Got my Can Cut hat on today, funny enough. Right after that, following weekend, is Sheriff's Jeep Fest in Georgia. That's in Jasper, Georgia. Big event here if you're a Georgian. Starts on the 29th, goes through the 31st. That's Labor Day weekend. We will be closed Labor Day on Monday. We're going to need it. After Great Smoky Mountain and then running right into Sheriff's, we are going to need that. So we'll be closed that Monday, and I'm sure I'm just going to be resting. We will not be setting up as a vendor as Sheriff's. Never have. Not against it. It just doesn't work with my schedule. Oh, I would like to mention, if you're going to Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion, we are wheeling with Warren on Sunday at Windrock right after. It's a free thing to sign up for. You do have to pay for your pass at Windrock. You can sign up at the event at Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion at the Warren booth, and it's always great. They have beginner rides, moderate rides, all sorts of rides. So we usually ride the moderate, not the higher ones. Avery will be doing that. Silver Dollar Lee's going to be riding shotgun with me. I might even give him some seat time, depending on what trail we're on, because he's going to help me out and drive Blue Jeep up to Pigeon Forge. I'm going to drive the Comanche. Avery's going to follow us in his Jeep. So we'll have a whole crew driving up there. But put that on your calendar. So we're not setting him as a vendor at Sheriff's. Never have. Not that I'm against it. It's just a lot to deal with because we're just coming off of being in Pigeon Forge for a week. I'll be there Wednesday through Sunday, getting home Sunday, back in the shop on Monday. But we are a vendor for Jeep Camp. You might not have heard of Jeep Camp, but they reached out to the Sheriff's Association in Jasper, and they said, hey, we don't want to, cause any issues. We don't want to, raise a stink, but we want to do an event the same weekend as you guys to support your event. So they have set up Jeep Camp at Northern Roots Farm. It's just a couple miles away from Sheriff's, and they're offering camping, and it has room for RVs and campers. It also has primitive camping. It has tent camping, everything you might need. It has facilities, and it's very affordable, and it's close by, so you don't have to go get a camp spot 30 minutes away from Sheriff's. You don't have to drive back home and go back and forth. It's a great setup, and we are going up there on like Thursday and putting the off-road trailer and Blue Jeep up there. We're going to set up a tent. I'm going back to work. But they're going to have a big concert Saturday night. They're going to have food vendors. They're going to have a sober bar. They're going to have a margarita bar. And we're going to go up there and camp Saturday night and hang out up there, and then hang out a little bit Sunday and maybe right over to Sheriff's and say hey to some folks. And then, take Monday off and get a little breather. But please check out Jeep Camp if you're considering going to Sheriff's. You're looking for a place to camp. We'll be a vendor. Super Overland's going to be a vendor. Notorious Jeep Club's going to be a vendor. So Silver Dollar's going to be up there. There'll be a bunch of us up there. We're going to have a good time. So check out Jeep Camp. I just put their event on the Blackberry Off-Road Trail Team page, so you can go find that and look it up. So I think there may be a Bubba's Jeep night. Don't quote me on it. But we just had one last Tuesday, and I think the dates that were available were like the 28th and the 14th or something. And the 28th is kind of during Sheriff's and Jeep Camp, and the 14th is only like 2 weeks from when we're doing this event. So if they do have one, if Silver Dollar Adventures puts it together, they're going to post that in the Blackberry Off-Road Trail Team group, and you can find it there. So we're not going to do a Jeep night in August. There's too much going on. I'll definitely do one at Elixir in September. And then we're going to look at October, November to do barbecues and brews again here at the shop. If you don't know what that is, it's free beer and music, and have a couple of the builds set out, bounce house for the kids. Always a big time. So I'll post that as soon as I have a date for you guys. And then as we start getting into the cooler months where we might not, which I know it's August, but as we get into November and stuff again, we're going to start going back over to Johnny's, hang out on the porch. It's heated. That helps us out in the wintertime because Elixir might be cold while we're outside, Like to get back over to Johnny's. Love Ryan and Grace and the crew over there. So we'll definitely get back over there. I got one last event. I want you to know about it. I want you to think about signing up for it. And we are doing a recovery class September 28th at 5313. This event's on the Blackberry Off-Road Trail Team page. It's Amber's birthday from Notorious Jeep Club. And I'm talking right now with Mike Miller from ORA. If you're not familiar with his company, that's he offers classes in recovery he offers classes in recovery at I always forget the name of that park. It used to be Sheep Swallow, and it's up in Dawsonville. I'll think of it in a minute and I'll yell it out loud. So he does recovery classes up there, and he does recoveries when people get stuck. And he reached out and was like, hey, can I come help you with the class? And I'm like, sure, that'd be great. So what we do, this will be our third class we've done. We meet for about 30 minutes, okay? And I go over my basic recovery kit. I tell you what I run, what tools I bring, what I bring with me on every trip. I talk about what each of those recovery items do, why you would need them, and then we open it up for Q&A, and then we go get on the trail. And we'll start with easy, light trails, all beginners welcome, and we'll just run them. If anyone gets stuck, we'll do a recovery. Then we'll move over to some of the harder trails. Now, we're not going to push it to where you're going to hurt your vehicle, but what we're going to do is we want to get you in a situation where you might need to do a recovery. So I did this a couple months ago. We had a stock vehicle with us. He got stuck a couple times. And what I do is, instead of me hooking it up and doing the recovery, I have you guys hands-on hook up all the gear. We talk about why we're doing it. Are we going to use a snatch block? Are we going to use a tree saver? Are we going to use a kinetic rope? You don't have to have that gear to do the class. We do sell that gear here at Black Bear Off-Road, and you can buy it before, you can buy it after. You don't have to buy it from me at all. But I'm going to show you, we're going to use my gear. We're going to hook everything up. If you want to use yours, that's fine. You can use your winch. But it's going to be a safe environment for you to learn. 5313 is a great park. If you've ever been to the Buc-ee's in Calhoun, it's 2 minutes away. We'll meet at Buc-ee's in Calhoun, I think, at about 10 a.m., 10:30, something like that. We'll get over to the park about 11. We'll be there for 4 hours, so you can get your lunch supplies, whatever you need at Buc-ee's. You can gas up, you can air down, we can disconnect. It's like $15 at the park, and the class is $50. Now, we're limiting it to 10 participants. I have a few already signed up, and the way you sign up is just click going on the event, and then my Venmo is on the event page. You just Venmo me that $50, and that saves your spot. If for some reason you can't go, let me know. I'll refund you, and no big deal. But we did it with a group of Broncos. We've done a class here at the shop, and everyone's come off of it saying it was beneficial. And it's a good way for beginners, or even someone who's been doing it for a while but wants to take their off-road game to the next level. I'm going to teach you everything I've learned from a dozen years or more now of making mistakes and learning, and what I use to get out of bad situations and what I carry with me. So, again, that's September 28th. It's on a Sunday. It's in Calhoun. From where my shop is, it's about a 2-hour drive or so. The reason I like offering it at that park is on Sundays it's not super busy. We can usually get a section to ourselves, and no big deal. But yeah, that's about it as far as the events for the upcoming future. So we've been working on the Comanche, we've been sanding, we've been grinding, and we're getting prepared for notch custom fenders, and a lot going on with that, but I've been filming it. So I'm trying to show you all the process without giving away the final, well, not the final, but like the reveal at Smoky Mountain. So what I'm going to do is next Friday, which is the 8th, I did a little trip with some buddies up to Walking Stick Road. I'm going to release that video on the 8th. And then on the 15th, that's the week before Smoky Mountain, I'm going to show you basically the progress that we'll make up to about us doing the wrap. So that'll get you to probably like middle of next week. So you're seeing that 2 weeks from now, but it's really like next week. We're going to be doing some Bondo, some primer, and then we'll be ready for the wrap. Then I'm going to release us wrapping the vehicle, and you'll see some of the wheels and stuff like that and the new flares on it almost put together completely on the 19th. That's going to be a Tuesday. So it's the night before Smoky, and you get to see the almost finished product for Smoky. And then we're going to film it, walk around it at Smoky, put out a video probably on the 20th, post some pictures of it. Then we're going to do some other videos at Smoky's, a video of Warren ride. That'll come out on the 29th. There's going to be a lot of videos in August. And then Iron Mountain. Mike works at Iron Mountain. Mike Miller. I don't know why it took me so long to think of that. I was just up there not long ago. Anyways, so we're going to put those videos out. And then we'll film Jeep Camp and some of Sheriff's. So you'll start to see that probably the second week of September. We'll have an update video 1st of September. And then, guys, in October, I'm going to Oregon. So going to be doing some prep on my vehicles. Not taking my vehicles out to Oregon, I don't think. But we're going to be working on the Comanche, so there'll be more videos of it. And maybe we'll try to get a ride in September. We'll do some Jeep nights. And but we're going to Oregon 1st of October, and when I get back, we'll have about 2 weeks before SEMA. So once we get back from Smoky, we're gonna have to do the interior, some plastic pieces, a lot of undercoating and painting, some more audio, some sound deadening. We need to put AC in it. I'd really like to get that done before Smoky, but we'll see. And really just touching up things, cleaning up things. There's a few small parts here and there that we got to install. My 4-low's not working. We got to get that going. So it'll really be 75%. I think Jeep Beach is about 50% done. You know, it's probably about 75% when we get to Smoky, and it'll be 100% obviously when we get to SEMA. And then my plans were after SEMA in November to sell it. And I was thinking of selling it to my dad, but I think I might hold on to it for a little bit. Maybe take it to Jeep Beach again next year. Maybe take it to Jeep Jam, and maybe instead of selling it to my dad, maybe loan it to him for a couple weeks, maybe a month. Let him drive it, enjoy it. He thinks it's cool what we're doing, and I appreciate that. And then I think we might throw it on Bring a Trailer next May or June. We'll see. Not 100% sure. I'd love to keep it forever, but we're already planning a new build for SEMA for next year. There's going to be a new Jeep in the family here soon, and we got big plans. So on that bombshell, eat your prunes. Hope there's an adventure in your future, and we'll be seeing you.